It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's time to begin the great debate of Bourbon of the Year. That's right. Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today we are talking about the best bourbons of 2023. And you might be asking yourself, which one's number one? But we don't know yet. I'm just going to be going over the top 20 bourbons that I've been able to collect this year, and these bottles are all going to be going into my end of the year blind. And then I have a tasting panel that's going to thoroughly vet all 20 bottles, and we're going to come up with a top 10 list ranked best to worst. Also, the criteria that went into making these bottles, they just had to be bottles that I acquired full bottles of, had to be on the bar behind me, and they needed to be over 100 proof. I do have one exception, and I think everybody watching this video knows what that exception might be. Anyways, these bottles are in no particular order, so just going to run through them. First off, we have the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof. This bottle is an absolute heater, and I think it's going to place pretty well. Second is the Old Forester Single Barrel Proof. This is a little family selection. It's got it out of New Jersey. It comes in at 127 proof. Again, I think this bottle has a chance to go pretty far. It's a heater. Third, we are going with the Wild Turkey 101 12-year. Not really sure how this one's going to place. I got some other high proofers in there, but this bottle on its own is an absolute beast. I love that sweet oak profile. So really curious if this one's going to make it into the top 10. Number 4, we are going with the Maker's Mark BEP. Everybody knows this bottle is incredibly viscous. I'm a huge fan of it. Interested to see how it will stack up to the competition. Hopefully it makes it into the top 10, but not sure. We'll find out. Let's see. Next, bottle 5 is the Russell's Reserve 13-year. I got a feeling this bottle's going to go pretty far. It's 114.8 proof, 13 years. It's got that sweet oak profile that I absolutely love. So curious to see how this bottle stacks up. Number 6 is the Bare Knuckle Bourbon. This is the high rye cask strength, aged 6 years, 127 proof. Really curious how far this one's going to be able to make it. Curious if it gets into the top 10. This is a high rye bourbon beast. It's got some great spice. Anyways, bare knuckle high rye bourbon. Next, we're going with the Little Book in retrospect. This is chapter 7. I just did a review on this bottle. It's a heater. I'm curious how it's going to stand up to the competition because it did have, you know, a pretty complex profile. I'm curious if all those notes are going to come out in the tasting. Anyways, Little Book. This, I think, is going to be a sleeper. This is the CET Farm 16-year. One of my favorite bottles. Had to be in the list. I hope this one goes deep in the top 10. Next off, we have the Wild Turkey Rare Breed. This bottle has to be in here. It's a staple in most every bar, and it always bats above its pay grade. Anyways, Wild Turkey Rare Breed needs no introduction. Coming in at the 10 spot, the only sub 100 proof bottle, the Michter's 10 years. This is a 94.4 proof. Killing it with the sweet oak profile. I do think that this bottle drinks above its 94 proof. Really curious how far it's going to go. I assume it's going to make it into the top 10, but not sure how deep it's going to go because it is underproofed compared to competition. Anyways, Michter's 10. Bottle 11 is the Redwood Empire Pipedream. Absolutely love this bottle. It's my second bottle I've had this year. So really curious to see if this bottle is going to make it into the top 10. It's got some awesome, unique stone fruit notes. So I really hope to see if this one makes it into the top 10. At the 12th spot, Jack 12. Everybody thinks that this is the favorite to take home the title this year. I'm not sure. It comes in at 107 proof. It is a flavor monster with that sweet oak and butterscotch flavor. So I don't know. Let's see if it can make it into the top 10. Number 13 is the Weller Antique 107. This is a store pick. I do have a blind of the regular Weller Antique versus the store pick. This one came out on top, so I wanted to put this bottle into the year-end blinds. Number 14, we got a Knob Creek store pick, 120 proof. This one's around that like 8.5, 9-year mark. Anyways, some great oak flavors, some nut and caramel in this bottle. Curious to see if it's going to make it into the top 10. Not sure, but it is a flavor monster. Bottle 15, we got a New Riff single barrel store pick. What's this? I think it's like 115 proof. This is only about 4.5 years old. It resembles, a lot of an E.H. Taylor, just a little amped up. Anyways, curious if this bottle is going to be able to make it into the top 10. It does have a lot of flavor, but I did pick up a little youth in it. I don't know. We're going to see how it fares. It needs to be in the list because we got to know, can the findable bottles keep up with those allocated? Anyways, New Riff single barrel pick. We've got the Woodford Masters Collection Batch Proof. I love this bottle. It is hit or miss for some people, but I think it delivers everything that you're missing from that, 90.4 proof standard Woodford offering. I think you can pick out a wide variety of flavors from this bottle. You can see we've really enjoyed it this year. Anyways, Woodford Batch Proof. Number 16 is the Russell's Reserve Single Barrel Store Pick. 110 proof, 8.5 years old. This is giving you all those sweet, caramel, turkey flavors, along with a lot of that red berry. I'm curious to see how it's going to hold up to the competition. This is one of my favorite bottles on my bar right now. So let's see if it makes it into the top 10. Number 18, the Elijah Craig C923. Everybody knows this bottle. This is another favorite. 13 years, 7 months, 133 proof. Everybody knows about this bottle. It is an absolute killer, and it is the highest proof bottle in this list. Curious if that's going to give it the edge or not. Not sure. Let's see how far it can go. Is the Blandon Straight from the Barrel. Now, this one's 129.6 proof. I do think that this bottle is 1,000 times better than the regular Blandons. It is my favorite bottle from the lineup. And again, we've been doing some good work on this. It's only been open for about 5 months at this point. Anyways, Blandon Straight from the Barrel. How deep can it go? Number 20, the sleeper pick, the Blue Note Juke Joint Uncut Unfiltered Store Pick. I really hope that this bottle goes deep into the top 10 because I've been giving it a lot of hype all year, and it lives up to it from my point of view, and I hope it can hold its own in the year in blinds. Anyways, that's 20. And I had such a hard time, leaving it at 20. I do have 2 more, and I got another sleeper pick here. This is the 1792 Full Proof Store Pick. This bottle's sensational. It's giving me a lot of the oak flavors, a lot of, some chocolatey, fruity characteristics as well. I don't get any nut on this bottle. I really think that this one could be a sleeper to go pretty deep. What do you guys think? Are y'all a fan of the Full Proof picks? Because I am. Well, really interested about that one. And I had to throw in a 22nd one in there. I just couldn't leave this one behind. This is a Stag Junior Store Pick. This one's 129.8 proof. This beat out the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, the Blandon Straight from the Barrel, and the Weller Full Proof when I did a blind earlier. I'm really curious. This one could be crowned the champ. I don't know. That is 22 bottles. Who is your favorite? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to take home the crown this year? Which bottles, should have been included in my list? I had a lot of great bottles, some that I couldn't include. The only reason why I'm doing 20 bottles in this blind is because I only had 20 Glencairns. So that's what I'm limited to. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. My name's Tanner. This is Neat Bourbon. And as always, pop the bottles and share the pours. And we'll see you in the next one.